Despite the rain that showered Rio Sunday night, supporters of the Workers' Party still took to the streets as the final results rolled in. Music and red flags celebrated what had not been an easy victory. While some sectors lamented a highly polarized election, others considered the past few weeks have been a testament to the democratization of Brazil. The Brazilian left insists a win here is a win everywhere. A close race throughout, but a difference of 3 million votes finally decided what kind of country Brazilians wanted to wake up to Monday morning. Stephanie Kennedy, teleSUR, Rio.
The chants for justice in the Ayotzinapa case continue to echo in the streets of Mexico. This time, university students demand to broadcast a message of their discontent on public media channels. Meanwhile, outside of the National University radio station, they hold a rally wondering where the state and rule of law end and criminal groups begin. On the other side of the city, after a 5-hour private meeting with families of the 43 disappeared youth, President Enrique Peña Nieto announces the state's conviction and bringing the case to a close. However, the relentless public protests underscore the deep skepticism shared not just by the families, but of wide parts of society of the state's true commitment in finding justice for Ayotzinapa. Clayton Khan, teleSUR, Mexico City.
When the basic necessities are not covered, when there is no access to education, to decent roads, or to irrigation, everything can be bought with money. The inheritors of these lands give the multinational 44,000 hectares at a price of $2 a hectare per year for 50 years. The multinational, under the name SLA, has already begun the monoculture farming on palm oil. The owners of the land have nothing to cultivate. They cannot even enter here to pick fruit or medicinal plants. Romeni is one of the 3 communities that has given its lands to SLA. 23 people have died here during the Ebola epidemic. The chief is one of the 4 who, after becoming sick, was able to survive. He's just returned from the hospital where he had been for 21 days. Some 20 men for the village have been employees of the multinational. Some of them are content because now, although they have salaries that don't exceed $100 a month, they at least have work. The women are the ones who are the most aware of the fact that the arrangement isn't fair. The heart of Africa is bleeding for the benefit of the big finance capital that take advantage of the weakness of local communities. Taking advantage of the lack of rural development and poverty, the multinationals have been able to force the communities to give up their resources and mortgage their future. And this before Ebola. What will happen afterwards?
Desde Purtlock, Oscar Repelde para teleSUR.
In Tunisia, results released by electoral authorities early Thursday have given the victory to the Nidat Tounes party. The organization made gains at the expense of the Ennahda party, which have been the main beneficiary of the country's transition to democracy, that followed the 2011 uprising that overthrew dictator Ben Ali and sparked the Arab Spring. Described as the country's main secular party, Nidat Tounes has ties to the former members of the Ben Ali regime. However, with no outright majority, Nidat Tounes will seek to form a coalition with factions. According to a report released by the Center for International Policy's American program, the U.S. has spent around $3 billion on the war on drugs in Mexico since 2000. In that time, 10,000 people were killed by cartels, police, and the military. The report points out that U.S. funding has provided resources for Mexican security forces which have committed crimes against their own citizens. The lava flow from the Kailua volcano has been slithering towards the village of Pahoa for weeks, and at last watch was advancing at less than 5 yards an hour. No homes have been destroyed so far, and a finger of lava that threatened one house on the edge of town has not advanced closer to the evacuated structure since Wednesday night. Residents of about 50 dwellings in what civil defense officials call a corridor of risk have been asked to be ready to leave, and many have been slowly emptying their homes of furniture and treasured possessions.